welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of my London vlog. I didn't do a ton of talking in this, so I wanted to come on and just explain what I did in the second half of my London trip. There isn't as much footage in this vlog only because I got so busy with work and school that I didn't have a ton of time to film. But just know, this is when the trip started to get really good. We started to explore a lot more, do some of the touristy things. I became really close with a few different girls on this trip and finally figured out what I think I want to do. As much as I wish I could post videos on YouTube for the rest of my life, I know that it's not always practical, but we got offered this really good program in London that I hopefully will get accepted into, but it is at the London College of Fashion in their journalism and PR program, and that starts in January, and it's a 10-week long program, which would technically be considered a study abroad, which is something I really wanted to do. After having a few seminars with some journalists and people who work in PR, it is something that seems very exciting. If you can't tell, in London. I've been here for almost 2 weeks. Yes, almost 2 weeks. And I have 3 more weeks until I go to Paris. So, here for quite a long time. So quite a busy schedule, but I have evenings and weekends off. So It's actually quite nice. I mean, today we finished at 4:30 at school. It's Monday, so I'm the rest of the night. I just ordered some sushi, and I had that for dinner. I might run to the store in a little bit to grab some things for lunch tomorrow for work. Just like a couple snacks. But I'm gonna sit here and read. I've been reading Intermezzo, and I'm actually really liking it so far. I'm not that far in. I'm really liking Ivan's perspective, or I guess his chapter that I'm on. I'm gonna read now for a little bit and then get ready for bed so I can get enough sleep. Maybe hop over to the store. If not, I'll go tomorrow before work. Watching this back and having recently finished Intermezzo by Sally Rooney, I have quite a few thoughts. First of all, I gave this book 5 stars. I also highlighted a few of my favorite quotes, but right now I just want to give a little bit of a background to the novel. In Intermezzo, Sally Rooney beautifully explores grief from the male perspective. The elder brother Peter fell into a more stereotypical version of grief, bottling up his emotions, using substances to cope, putting all of his time into everything but his well-being. Peter is simultaneously grieving the loss of his first love, Sylvia, while toying with his new young love, Naomi. Sylvia, not dead, but their potential of their relationship is. Throughout the novel, Peter forces the connection, hoping that one day she'll realize how much she needs him. And whatever Sylvia can't give to him now, Naomi will. Peter hypocritically uses Naomi because she's easy and needs Peter to live. Practically, this young, naive college student is at his disposal. His younger brother Ivan, while 10 years under him, also grieves their dad. Ivan was significantly closer to their father than Peter. Awkward socially and confused as he's navigating his recent loss, stumbles upon a woman his brother's age. Margaret, grieving her divorce from her alcoholic husband, finds Ivan intriguing. While cautious of his youth, Margaret doubts herself and their relationship and the perception of others, specifically her mother, because of their age difference, often telling Ivan some variation of, "You'll find a young, exciting girl your age." Ivan doesn't seem too confident in that. The brothers have an interesting dynamic. While far in age and never close, Peter seems to be very vocal about Ivan's choices. You can see Peter slowly realize how he's becoming hypocritical about Ivan's situation. Peter's chapters are sometimes confusing. The prose is often static and lacks emotional depth, while Ivan's are youthfully naive and provide an anxious feel. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. Grief from the male perspective, as well as a brotherly relationship, isn't something I gravitate towards, but Rooney's ability to use only words to make these fictional characters feel real is something that I haven't experienced in many novels. Her most ambitious novel yet left me with so many words, but not the right ones to explain how I truly feel. I would really recommend this book to anyone. I think reading about grief in any form is very important, and while yes, they physically lost someone in this book, the brothers are grieving a lot more than just death, as well as other characters in the book. Everyone in the book that is mentioned, whether it is the brothers or their love interests, are grieving something, and I think grief comes in many forms, and each character experiences it in a different way.
Mid-jibbities. Delicious.
Mid-jibbities. Looking back and watching this footage, it is very bittersweet. I'm very grateful to have experienced this, to meet the friends that I met and do the things that I got to do. And while I'm very sad sitting here in Illinois watching this back, I know this isn't goodbye forever.